what's up? Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good? Red Panda Anthem. Your boy.
Okay. So let's talk about this. Shout out to Odell Beckham. Shout out to the Rams for going to the Super Bowl. Shout out to my guy Jesse.
Oh, Jesse Bates, the third. My dog.
He actually made the game-winning play. So it's crazy how life works. So we actually, Chris Coy, it was like episode 15, 14, something like that. It was early.
20, maybe 20.
It was early. Chris Coy, NFL agent. He was the first NFL agent that we had on. And we had him on the podcast. Dope episode. Shout out to Chris. So then he invited me and Troy to DC a few years ago to speak to his players. He had like an all-day symposium for his players, for his clients. And me, Troy, and my son went to DC, and we spent the day with his clients, like 10 of his clients. And we went to a baseball game, chopped it up, and kept in touch with a lot of them since then. And one of them was Jesse Bates. And Jesse was actually a rookie. He was a rookie. Jesse was a rookie at the time that we met him. Now I believe he's a captain. He's a captain of the defense. And he actually, if you watch that play, he's the one that actually batted it down for the interception, which was a game-winning play right there. So he's going to Super Bowl. So long story short, shout out to Jesse. Very proud of him. It's dope to see that because I've actually been in communications with him. Like every now and then, like, you know, he hit me up, like, you know, what's going on, tapping in. So yeah, that was dope. I'm proud of him. And Zach, Zach's my guy too. He used to play for Denver Broncos, and he's on Bengals now.
Yeah,
so
and Bradshaw, the Giants quarterback,
yes.
Pro Bowler.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I'm talking about guys going to the NFL.
Oh yeah,
to the Super Bowl. But long story short, shout out to all my NFL players out there, and shout out to everybody that's going to the Super Bowl. But the talk of the town has been Odell Beckham, and of course his contract. Now I want to preference this because a good friend of ours is an NFL agent. Shout out to Greg Barnett, and I asked him, I'm like, explain to me because I think that there's more to this story. But it's still a good learning experience. But
it's a great learning lesson. Yeah, I saw somebody in Zoom said you guys are losing me with the sports talk.
This is a financial lesson.
Correlation.
Yeah.
It's a little segue. And also, too, I want to address Sammy, my brother. I'm not here for the camera and the lights. If you really know me in real life, which you don't, I prefer not to even be seen for commentary like that. I don't have on a leather jacket or pineapple juice, so I'm not in a bad vibe. I will ask you kindly, please go Google Ian Dunlap reveals the hidden secret of investing. Rolling out, I did 3 or 4 years. Go to my Facebook. I was posting this in 2010. And then you can ask anybody who's black, brown, whatever color, if they was talking about this in 2009 or 10. I'm sorry I haven't done a great enough job for you to know me better, but I'm not here for the lights and cameras. But if you think I look good on them, thank you. But no, I'm not here for that reason. But let me do something to help you. Sammy, put the 5 stocks that you want to know about, and I'll tell you the prices to get in.
Love it. Love it. Love it. No, it's a financial lesson. This is a financial
lesson. But the good thing with having a platform is that you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. So if we want to talk about sports, we're able to talk about sports. And if you don't want to listen to it, then you don't have to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Please do not allow any level of negativity into the Fortress.
Or we can straight block. Listen, Sammy, I told everybody, listen, okay. And I'm going to be calm. Can we have an honest conversation real quick as a sidebar? Everyone is selling you guys on communicating with each other because they don't know how to invest and don't know how to make money. So I know, man, it's the biggest violation ever that I don't respond to every email. I put it today. Listen, I want my first conversations to be with my mom, dad, and kid because I know if I go today, you won't send Xander anything. Great. So the people that email you back quickly, they're emailing you back because they're taking your subscription money and going to mess it off because they really can't invest in the craft. So I'm sorry, it may cost a house. And great. When it was $297, when we first put it out, and it was $297 annual. Shout out to everybody in Stock Club who got it in the first time and killed it. Come on, man. We're not gonna do this. And plus, that for the Ian's not for the culture, EYL's not for the culture. That don't work no more, baby. We cool with everybody who run the culture.
And culture, I don't even believe in culture. There is no culture. You can't, nobody can talk to me about culture. You can't, that culture is so overused and overrated, and it just goes in so many different directions. I'm cool off the culture talk because what does that even mean? That's a whole different, I got to bring 19 keys in.
Y'all saw what happened. Yeah, shout out 19 keys, shout out Trap. I saw what happened when we squad over Christmas.
Yeah, no, I don't buy into the culture.
If I go 0 dark 30, what happened?
Kanye.
Leash has been earned. Shout out Kanye.
Shout out to Kanye, man. All right.
Tell him.
Better. I mean, it wasn't perfect.
Hey, and they
but I
ain't got
crazy.
the answers, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
They have you.
And also, as a business lesson, when you charge a premium price, sometimes it's to alleviate some of the headaches. I really wish I could have kept it at $297. Everybody who was in Stock Club 2019, 2020, that's been loyal Red Panda family members, they've been telling me, yo, keep the knuckleheads out. And here's the crazy part. Y'all asked for the scholarship. And Stock Club, put yes. He ain't lying in chat. I do more on Market Mondays to educate than I do in Stock Club. But guess what? In Red Panda, they actually buy the damn stocks. They're not here for entertainment. Everybody in Red Panda here to get rich. Here to get what? Shout out to those of you that's up 5-6 million. Let's stop the debating. Media, gossip, right? That is inflicted in our culture. You notice there is really no white gossip. There's no Indian shade room. There's no Asian Hollywood Unlocked. Shout out to Jason Lee for a reason.
Jason Lee.
Gossip is a cancer to us from executing. And I'm gonna be real, because all the people that y'all meet and be cool, like, yo, it's a celebrity. You're like, yo, you want to be seen and hang with celeb? Like, they coming to me asking me for help. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. My friends are celebrities to me. I ain't changed one bit. Not one bit. Get off my bumper.
Ask me what Callie say. Ask me if I change.
You changed?
A lot.
A whole lot.
Dave, I can't wait to get to New York and have this hedge fund.
Kidding me?
Wrap this shit
up.
up.
To stay the same? You kidding me?
Okay. Frederick, call me after this too. We'll get right to that too. Great.
A whole lot.
Shout out to Callie.
Shout out to everybody at Citadel. Call me. I'm ready.
Let's talk about this Bitcoin situation.
Just the entertainment part, UTA.
Back to the regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man. Let's do it.
I'm trying to get these numbers up to 10,000 on the low. That's why.
And the last thing I'm gonna say about this culture thing is that you got to understand, you would pay to go to college. Even college is not every day. College, you have 2 classes a week, maybe 1 class a week for 6 weeks, and then you go on 4 weeks vacation, and then you come back for 6 weeks, and then you go on 4 months vacation. Market Mondays is free every single week, but Earn Your Leisure is open 24 hours. We don't take a day off. We never miss a day for free. We never missed a day.
It's 88 inches of snow, and Shotty had to drive 19 blocks to get to Troy House.
Yo, we never missed a day in 3 years. Some point, you got to have some level of
no days off. You kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to this Bitcoin conversation.
Let's talk about it, man.
Odell Beckham got a portion of his contract in Bitcoin, $750,000.
Language. He did the entire. So we get there.
No, well, his contract is also incentive.
That's true.
Incentive laden. So he got the base contract of $750,000 in Bitcoin.
Yes,
but it also has incentives
right.
all over it.
Certain, like he had certain amount of catches.
Yeah, it's a lot
yards,
of
touchdowns,
it's a lot of incentives.
Yep.
The first question is, why does he have a base contract for $750,000? That's crazy.
Because he got traded mid-season. So what the Browns were paying him, they obviously we know
how much was the Browns paying him?
He was because he went to the Browns with the $90 million contract from the Giants. And so they were paying him at a premium, but we know that in football nothing's guaranteed, so they released him.
If you have a base contract and you get traded halfway through the year, I mean, what the most he had was $2 million. That was base.
Probably he did the veteran minimum.
But why?
Why did he do it?
Why?
Here's the answer. What is the price of freedom and winning?
Well,
you can get $3 million on a loser, and things not going well.
They released him.
Yeah.
So he had to
probably
sign veterans. Him and Von Miller did the same thing.
Yeah. Bitcoin. Well, long story short, when he got Bitcoin, it was $60,000. I'm not sure if he got the whole thing up front or if he's getting paid bi-weekly. That's another interesting part, because if he's getting paid bi-weekly, this is the thing. Nobody actually knows how he's actually, there hasn't been one.
They don't know the structure. Yeah.
There hasn't been one NFL insider that's actually been able to break this down. But just for the conversation of Bitcoin, $60,000, and now it is at $37,000. Extremely volatile asset. When we talk about cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency is extremely volatile, way more volatile than stocks. And Bitcoin has always been a very volatile asset class. So this brings up a bigger thought process as far as like business owners getting paid in cryptocurrency, people accepting cryptocurrency as salary, people accepting cryptocurrency as bonuses, getting paid for endorsement deals in cryptocurrency. So what does this actually say about that?
Politicians too, like our mayor.
Yeah, he's another one. He took the Eric Adams. Wow, still haven't gotten a meeting. He took Bitcoin at its high.
He's doing a lot wrong at the moment. Let's let him clear that out.
He's actually doing everything wrong. He's bringing stop and frisk back. We'll talk about that later on. So Bitcoin, how do we feel about Bitcoin's current price? And is it a good idea to ever take any type of payment in cryptocurrency being that it's so volatile?
The thing that I want you guys to look at from a branding perspective, and even like the little rant that I did was in you guys understand, like for those who get marketing, you need ebbs and flows. So when things are down, you take a particular point, right? Rile the crowd up, rally your base. Ordell is very smart. Like the way his team put his looks together, the way he's been able to get PR, and also factoring like what his net worth is. If you're a player that's a rookie, or let's say you're making less than $5 million a year, I wouldn't do it. Ordell is good. And the thing, and I want to give full credit. I heard it on Joe's podcast, and him and Ice and Ish was talking about it. Shout out to them, Ian Corey. And Dan Rovell is one of the greatest reporters to ever grace CNBC or sports reporting ever. Yeah. So it's not like him just reaching for a story. It is rather interesting. And if you are following Darren Rovell, please do, because he has some interesting takes and research on how he does the stories. But at the stage of where Ordell is, he's 28, net worth maybe somewhere, I'm assuming between $30 to $40 million. Him taking 715 Bitcoin, not going to hurt the kid at all.
I think that's the key. Ian. I think that's the key right there, right? So if it is your sole source of income, probably not the best thing to do. If it's additional income that you've on the side of what you've already accumulated, like you said, his net worth, right? I'm sure Eric has a net worth of a certain amount, and then making that type of decision, right? Because he's not the only one in that position.
Can we put this in context real quick?
Yeah,
if he got 750,000 in Bitcoin, his net worth is 30 million. That's 2% of his overall net worth.
But also, I'm glad. Shout out to my man Marvin from UTA. I actually was gonna say it. I forgot to say it, but he actually reminded me. Cash App is giving people endorsement deals.
That's what I was going to.
So very possible that Cash App gave him $1 million, 7 figures, to actually take.
Somebody on YouTube said 1.2.
Yeah. So that's don't follow.
Yeah.
Don't just blindly follow rappers or athletes without knowing the full story.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking, oh, well, Odell Beckham got paid in Bitcoin.
I could do it.
I'm just going to get paid in Bitcoin. Yeah. But you don't know that there's more to that.
I was just going to say that because that's exactly what Aaron Rodgers did. Right, like everybody's talking about Odell, but Aaron Rodgers did the same exact thing. But he took a portion of it, and he received all of it through Cash App. So there was a deal with Cash App. Klay Thompson just did it. Adrian Iguodala has done it. Shohei Ohtani, who was the MVP of the American League.
Yeah, Cash App is going crazy right now.
So when you were talking, everybody, so like they're making these deals because they obviously have you can sell crypto and buy and sell crypto there. So these type of deals that you don't know about. Or what's actually where the money's going, right? If I'm getting $1 million to take it, that's $1 million up front.
Yeah, so it's always more to the story than what's on social media or people just.
It's a great headline, salacious, got a lot of people talking. I mean, Khadijah put it in YouTube like he'd probably clear 1.5 off modeling alone. Like always, and I know people clown you for being conservative, but like I mean, I always tell you guys, you want to risk one to make 11. So if those first 3 shots don't go in, you're good. So if crypto goes to 0, it's not going to affect his life one bit. Now here's the gem. If you are looking to take assets or take crypto as a payment, you need to tie that buying cycle in with your customer base to what the real institutional levels are. Hopefully we'll get Mike Novogratz to come back on. But 28 and 21,000, which I called last year. I know people think I just pull numbers out of my ass, and I know Bam did for a minute too, and I earned, the trust of Bam. But and here's the thing: when you guys are looking, even on CNBC, Bloomberg, Real Vision, you want to see where the institutions are buying or where the heaviest positions are. If you can crack the code to find out where that is, that's when you want to start to layer your bets. Go back and look at the Novogratz episode, and when I called a price. Look at his reaction. A lot of this is poker because a person will tell you something in public because they can't like even when people like these are the 7 secrets to starting $1 million business. They won't do any of those 7. They can't tell you the real 80 things that they did. But look at their body language. You'll be able to tell for most investors if that's the real area that they're looking to get in, and you'll be good and you can piggyback off that.
And then Cash App is going crazy with all these endorsement deals. And who owns Cash App?
The company we spoke about earlier.
Jack is one of the greatest entrepreneurs of all time too. You can't bet it. You can't bet against him. This is a long-term game. Yeah. It is a long-term game.
Yeah, really quick. It is the 9 o'clock hour. So I'm just going to give you our earnings, big earnings week. Obviously, last week we had Microsoft, we had Apple. Tomorrow we got AMD. We speak about semiconductors all the time. AMD, obviously, I know I am wrong on AMD. PayPal will be reporting. Google, one of my dear lessons that I had to learn in 2021 was why am I sleeping on Google? Starbucks will be reporting as well. MicroStrategies as well on Tuesday, and then Wednesday we have Meta reporting, Qualcomm, another semi, Thermo Fisher. Shout out to everybody that was in Thermo Fisher. Spotify, which was in the news all crazy today with Mr. Rogan apologizing for some of his statements.
About what?
So a lot of people were pulling their music off. So
the vaccine?
Yeah.
About the vaccine talk. But if you actually listen to Rogan's podcast, that's like 2 episodes out of 300.
But the issue was that
what he said,
artists were taking their music off the platform because they were like, there's no censorship. And so when you had, I think Neil Diamond and somebody else, they pulled it off, and
my thing
Spotify was like, all right,
we're
going to stick by Joe because we've invested in him, and he ended up apologizing for some of the statements he made.
These people crazy as hell. Why you going to take your music off of Spotify because he's talking about a vaccine? And okay, you're saying that's false information. You got people talking about drugs, killing people, kidnapping people, and you never thought to take your music off of Spotify for that. They greenlit all of that information.
I'm just a messenger.
That's a fact.
Just a messenger, bro. Like
I'm just saying, like that's
you.
That's you going.
And I'll ask everyone this: when Neil Young took his catalog off Spotify, what was his most recent deal worth?
With Spotify?
Just what he sold his catalog for recently.
Oh yeah. That's a way. Right.
That was like me. Like if I go to Goldman and we do a deal and they give me 300, I'm like, yo, I'm going to go my content of YouTube. Like, okay, I feel you, but it's not gonna move the needle. And I hate that we are in a place in terms of our country that we cannot have dialogue with people that we don't agree with. Like, if he took the horse dewormer, whatever he took, like, okay, great. He has the right to, it wasn't illegal. And then also we know everything that Fauci said was not above board. And if you look at the vaccines, it's actually a gene therapy. It's not technically a vaccine. I didn't pass my MCAT, so I'm playing a doctor on YouTube. Shout out to all my real doctors and CRNAs and, anesthesiology. Y'all are amazing. I couldn't pass MCAT. That shit snatched my soul. But it's really a gene therapy. It's not a vaccine. So we are in a very suspicious gray area, and they had to counteract what was going on. But please be mindful, man. Like when we are more focused on what people are saying opposed to outcome, we're in a very dangerous place. Please be careful.
All right, Thursday. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, we got Amazon. Amazon was reporting their earnings. They're estimating. You ready for this? $140 billion quarter. $140 billion.
The whole Amazon?
Amazon. Yeah. Ford is going to be reporting. Snap, which has pulled back tremendously, it will be reporting. Fortinet will be reporting, and Eli Lilly will be reporting as well, and Honeywell. Some of the companies.
Shout out Lilly. I have a bunch of friends through IU in Indianapolis. That's why I never talked about it publicly during COVID. But Lilly's one of the greatest pharma companies ever.
Big week.
Shout out to Kyrie Irving. Good to see him back on the court.
Big facts.
He was killing that.
9,500 people on YouTube. Hit the like button.
This that Red Panda Anthem. Ian, what's up? This that Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good? Red Panda Anthem. Your boy.